Let's talk Hermes bags and tariffs and price increases and handbag math, girl math, guy math, gay math. First of all, thank you to PurseSwap as always for the article. We're going to talk about the price increase today and how the tariffs are going to affect the prices. I don't think the official prices have been launched yet, but if they have, let me know in the comments below. I'm sure PurseSwap will do a separate article on it. But for now, we're just going to go through the tariff math, handbag tariff math, and try to understand. Tariffs, tariffs, tariffs. Until recently, a relatively obscure area of law and commerce, and now it's on the tip of everyone's tongue, so much that a recent article says the fastest way to become a top influencer right now is to talk tariffs. So here I go too, just kidding. It is time, however, to dig deeper into how additional tariffs on EU products could or would affect the pricing of luxury handbags. Although for now, President Trump has paused the 90 days, part of the extra 20% tariff on EU imports, the issue is likely not going away. Consider this as a course of Tariffs 101 for a high schooler based on my in-depth conversation with attorney Charles L. Crowley, managing partner and tariff trade expert at Sandler, Travis, and Rosenberg, PA. Any errors here are mine, not his, and I tried to simplify the topic. For starters, all items imported into the United States are subject to tariffs, which are paid by the importer. Handbags as a category typically have high tariff rates, anywhere between 8 to 34%. When that Chanel 11.2 flat bag, classic flat, presently sitting on the boutique on Madison Avenue, arrived stateside, the importing Chanel entity assessed and paid a tariff. It is included in the retail price, now $10,800, to whatever extent Chanel determined. Look at that Chanel flap. U.S. tariffs, however, are generally based on FOB, or freight on board, which is not the same as the U.S. retail price. I know a lot of us worry about the retail price. Crowley says a typical range is double the margin, or in this case of the Chanel 11.2, about $5K. For the Hermes bags, a Birkin 25 in Togo leather is now priced at $12,100. Assume an FOB of about $6K, so half the price. So they're tariffing on half the price. In other words, the additional 20% tariffs President Trump put on hold would be calculated approximately $5K for the Chanel bag and $6K for the Hermes bag, not the full retail price. As a result, the entity would pay an extra $1,000 for the Chanel and $1,200 for the Hermes. Assuming these amounts were fully passed down to the client, the Chanel would cost $11,800 and the Hermes $13,300. Still, but not as high as tagging on the 20% on the current retail price, so much less. Not surprisingly, the issue is far more complex. Pricing may impact the pricing of goods between related entities in a multinational company such as Hermes Paris and Hermes US. It may require adjustments to comply with tariffs and tax requirements. U.S. rule of first sale, if applicable, could reduce the FOB and therefore lower the dollar amount of tariff paid. FOB can further be impacted by negotiated advanced pricing agreements. None of this is considered in this article. Although this discussion focuses on luxury items from France and the rest of the EU, the same analysis applies to goods from other countries like China, hit by an extra 125% tariff for its products. According to Crowley, tariffs like these have much greater impact on the sales of mass marketing handbags than on luxury goods. Economically, a Chanel or Hermes customer is more likely to be able to handle a $1,000 price increase or not buy the bag. A financial shopper who can tolerate the difference between $50 and $100. Let's see how this all plays out.